Hey guys, Brickmaster here with yet another review. This time of the Green Lantern ring set part 1. Uh, I tried to make these rings more classic to the comics. That's why, if you can see, they're a little more basic, with just a simple ring, basic symbol, and a basic band. Um, all these rings you see here are custom made, printed by me, designed by me, painted by me, and the symbols were done by me. So the entirety of the rings were created by me. Unlike other things where you kind of borrow bits and pieces, these were all designed by me completely. These are all prototypes, and the first ones I've made of each. I'm not overly satisfied with the way they came out. Some like symbols like the yellow lantern are crooked, and same with the pink, where the symbol was crooked because I just didn't angle it right, and I was kind of trying to get the hang of it at first. But as time went on, I got better with like the white or the green or the blue or something like that. Um, Keep in mind when you're watching this video that these are all prototype rings and that these are not the final versions that I want to have. I'll also be showing more complex designs. So if these are kind of basic to you, I understand that, but I wanted to be true to the comics because the rings they give you, like that our company and factory made, are kind of very loose interpretations of the comics, and I've always loved the way the rings looked in the comics. I kind of thought the basic is better, like less is more. So I thought I would start with those. Keep in mind, look out for this part 2, which will have a very much more complicated design of the rings. That should be coming up soon. Also, I want you to know these rings that are all pictured here, I will be selling, and not just one copy of each. I'll be making multiple, and I'll adjust them to your size. They will be on eBay. There won't be a link yet in the description, but there should be a link in the comments because it's going to be listed soon. I'm also going to be doing a giveaway with these. I haven't decided how, but there will be a giveaway, so look out for videos on that or comments on that. I'll be giving out one of each color, all 9 of them. So I just want to say those quick things before I got into the review. Alright, so I think I'm going to start going red to black and then end on white. So why don't we start here? I'll move white behind while we're reviewing the other ones. Alright, so off to the left here was the Red Lantern ring. The Red Lantern, with my spray paint, I tried to keep it more of a blood red. It's a darker kind of shade and hue of it. It's kind of glossy. I wanted to make sure it kind of looked like you just kind of pulled it out of blood and stuff like that. That was the goal I was going for. Although, since it is the first one I made, the symbol I'm not too satisfied with. It came out a little crooked and off to the right a little too much. If you look there, like, it doesn't look upright when you set it down. I think it's a relatively good ring. I think with touching up it can become a great one. Here, I'll show you what it looks like on my hand. Like that. I think it came out pretty well. I think I want to play with the symbol a little bit more and change the color because it's more of a lighter red on the back of the symbol, and I don't like how different it is. Like on the blue and the purple, I think it works well because it kind of looks like a glow effect, but on the red, it kind of just looks like it kind of faded, and I didn't like that look, so I think I'm gonna redo the symbol on that one. Alright, next up, one of my favorite cores is the Orange Lantern. I think this one definitely came out better than the red. I think the symbol's just still a little off, but I definitely like how the symbol's background matches the paint color a lot better. The paint, what I love about the paint is it's a lot more of a glossier paint. As you can see, it shimmers. I think the sanding came out a little better. There's a little like piece kind of on the edge here, if you can see that I forgot to sand. I can just rip that off though. I think this one came out really cool. It's one of my favorites. I like the shade of orange. It's like a good pumpkin orange kind of look. And here, I'll show you what that looks on the finger as well. And that looks kind of like this. I did size these up to my finger, obviously. They're almost a perfect fit. Obviously, when I sell these to other people or do giveaways, I'm going to size them to their finger and stuff like that. Also, please remember that if you ever do get one of these rings, if you're like someone who bought one on eBay right now and you're watching this video, or someone who got one on the giveaway, please remember that these are custom made, and they're plastic and they're spray painted, and the symbols are paper/decal. I haven't decided which one I'm doing. Obviously, if you have one, you know. But so if they do wear and tear, understand that these aren't meant to be worn all that much. They're meant to be more looked at. And also, if there is user error and you have any problem with it, like a symbol tore off or paint chipped or something like that, please message me. I'll try to make you a new one as fast as I can. Please remember, though, that these are custom made, so they're going to have problems, and I'm going to price them lower because of that. Like, I understand that some of the paint might chip or a symbol might be a little off, or something might happen like that. So if something does, because it's an early prototype and stuff like that, please let me know. Please be a little understanding. I'm trying to figure out the kinks of it, and as I get better, I'll keep making better versions of it, and so they don't have those problems. But I will do my best to fix any of those problems, and just let me know. Alright, on to the yellow. The yellow, the paint, I'm not too satisfied with it. I want to get a new paint. I like the color, but it's a little too much of a matte look to it, to me. Like, it doesn't shimmer as well. Like, it kind of does, but not as much as I'd like it. And then the glue kind of chipped off here, and then the symbol's off-centered, and it's tilted to a little bit to the wrong side. And you can kind of still see the printer marks, so it wasn't sanded as well. Yellow is one of my favorite lantern cores, and it's kind of a bummer that I screwed up this ring the most, I think. I think it still came out cool. I think if I was going to try to give a ring away, I definitely would make a better version of this one, because I don't think I'm satisfied with it. Still, however, cool. Like, honestly, for it being one of the ones that turned out the worst, I think it still looks amazing, and I'm pretty happy with it. Here, I'll show you what it looks like on the finger. Kind of came out like that. It's not too bad. I think it definitely holds its own, but I think it could have been better. Alright, on to the most common core, the Green Lantern core. This one is actually interesting. This one and the Black Lantern ring are hand-painted compared to spray-painted. They're painted with a really shiny acrylic paint. It's a little wet still, but for the most part it's dry. And when the paint's wet, it's a little stickier. So I'm trying to be careful with it, make sure I don't get it all over the place. But I definitely like the way this ring came out. I love the shade of green that it is. I love how glossy it is. It's a very glossy paint, and it came out well, and I love the kind of emerald look to it. I think this is like the perfect shade of green for a Green Lantern ring. And then I like the symbol. I understand that the green is kind of offset, but I kind of like that. I like the symbol to kind of pop off the ring. Here, I'll show you what it looks like. Kind of looks like that. I think it came out really well, actually. Normally green isn't my favorite. I just kind of get sick of seeing so many Green Lanterns all the time. But I actually really like that ring. Honestly, it might be my favorite out of all the ones I made. But yeah, like normally I like orange or yellow or red or blue as my favorites, or white. But I think that green almost trumps them all. Like, I don't know if any of them are any better. But next up is the blue. I think the blue came out really well as well. I really like the color of the spray paint I chose. It's kind of a nice deep blue. I'm thinking about making it a little lighter. I don't know, you guys can comment on that. I want to hear what you think on that. And stuff like that. I think this one came out pretty well. I don't see major mistakes. The symbol's a little crooked to the left, as you can see. Like, this kind of goes too much to the left, so I gotta fix that. Also, another thing, comment. A lot of people have very different tastes on what they like, how big the symbol is. Some people like it really small, like this, and some people like it gigantic, where it's like the symbol and a little band around it. So comment and tell me which one you like. The next set of rings I'm making are going to have really big symbols, and a pretty thick band compared to these thin ones like this. So comment and tell me which ones you've preferred more over the years. For me, I've always liked these ones a little bit more, but it's up to you. Alright, next up is the Indigo ring. I've never been too big of a fan of the Indigo lanterns. I definitely liked once we got the history of them a little bit more in the Revenge of the Black Hand comic, where we get to go visit the Indigo tribe and like Sinestro becomes an Indigo lantern. I really thought it was cool to kind of see like the statue of Abin Sur and all that stuff. So after that, I think I liked them a lot more. What I really like is the symbol. I like how the symbol is a very different shade of purple. It kind of gives it a uniqueness. The purple is kind of like a very dark, gloomy purple for the ring, and then it's kind of like a bluish purple on the symbol. I don't know if you can see that quite properly. And I like the contrast. It makes it kind of look like it's glowing and it's popping off the ring. I think that one really came out well. Yeah, I'll show you what that one looks like on my finger too. I think that one came out really well. Like, especially for me, as someone who's not the biggest fan of the Indigo tribe, I think that is saying something that I like it a lot. So I think that one came out well. And then next up is the pink or the Star Sapphires. I'm not the biggest fan of the color pink. I don't know if you guys are, but I definitely like the hot pink and kind of looks more of a red than a pink, honestly, to me. Let me know what you think of the pink. Maybe I should pick a more less vibrant pink and more like the symbols pink, as you can see there. So let me know what you think on that, and let me know if you like the hot pink more or like the less aggressive cool pink. I think I also, now that I look at it, I think I put the symbol sideways. I think it's supposed to be like that, actually. I think, yeah, because that star tip looks shorter than the other ones. Yeah, I guess I gotta fix that then. So yeah, as you can see, with these first couple of rings, I've made a couple of mistakes with the symbol because it's a very big guesstimation area. I'm hoping to clear that up. I'm gonna be using decals from now on, pretty much, and as I go on, I figure out how to do the symbols better. Like, as you can see, the green looks almost perfect because it was one of the last ones I did. Same with the white, and soon to be black. Okay, the Black Lantern. I'll let you know right now, I've never been a big fan of the Black Lanterns. I was kind of, I was like more cool. I thought the white was so much better. But this ring, I think, came out perfectly how I imagined the ring in the comics. It's very nice, cool, like looking black liquid kind of paint job on it. It's very shiny. And I think, like, kind of like in the comics when like a Black Lantern gets like that liquid they have, kind of like, I don't know what to call it, like, it looks like a black blood almost. I kind of imagine that's how the ring looks too, like almost like Venom did in Spider-Man 3, where it looks like a very shimmery black liquid. I think that's how the ring kind of looks too, and I really like that. And I really like the gray kind of look to the symbol, because most symbols, they like glow, but this one's like gloomy and it's kind of like a graveyard, and I really liked that. I think that one is one of my favorites out of the ones I did. I think the hand painting came out a lot better, and I might try actually repainting all of these with hand paints instead, especially something like the yellow. And I think I have a new blue hand paint that I want to try as well, so I've been thinking about that. And then last but certainly not least is the White Lantern ring. Now, as we all know, there's only been one White Lantern that's actually been able to wield the ring, and that's been Kyle Rayner. And I really like his suit, and I like his ring. And I've always liked the White Lanterns, not because of their power, but I like the white-silver combination. And I've actually making a silver version of this White Lantern ring as well, to kind of give two options for buyers. And I really have always liked the White Lantern ring. I don't know if I like it more than orange, yellow, or blue, or red, or green, but I definitely do like it a lot. It's definitely up there for possibility of favorite lantern color. I think the ring really does it justice too. I think it came out amazing. The only bummer is it's a little bit more of a matte white, as you can see kind of here. It doesn't shimmer. It's kind of like the yellow where it doesn't shimmer. instead of a glossy white. And the reason I don't like that is because the white lantern should be like sleek and shimmering, and I think I'm gonna try to find a nice